Good morning, Baltimore, and welcome to day 2 of BronyCon 2018. Man, yesterday and Thursday have been absolutely nuts. Going from panel to panel, event to event, meeting with fans and fellow friends of the fandom. It's been crazy. But hopefully today should be a lot more relaxed and hopefully just as fun. We start off today with a musical interlude with Amy Keegan-Rogers, and we end the night with the Grand Galloping Gala. So I will report back later once we get down there, and I will hopefully have more fun stuff planned. All right, we have made it inside the Hall of the Moon for the musical interlude with Amy Keegan-Rogers, and I'm not alone for this one. I'm joined by Adrian, Marble Archer, and my friends Pinkie Pie Wannabe 32, and this what? Alright, just a little bit more time for the panel starts, but before we go on, let the musical interludes begin.
Watching the Sunday, all his tourists covered with oil, strumming my six string on my front porch swing, smell the shrimp that beginning to boil, wasting away again in Margaritaville, searching for my lost shameless soul. Some people think that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's nobody's fault. So no one went wrong, but I know that you belong in the town of Roseville, and I hope you like this song. Derby, I love Derby, I love Derby, I love you.
I just don't know what went wrong.
Alright, so I ended up having to leave early from the Hall of the Moon in order to catch the Saturday Morning Ponies panel. And for the musical interlude with Amy Keegan-Rogers, I think I actually enjoyed this one a lot more than the ukulele panel that she had back in 2015. Amy, just want to say right now, if you're watching this, you do an absolutely amazing job on your ukulele, and you have a great voice. Thanks again for the support on my channel. It really means a lot to me. So, I'm currently joined by Whimsy Price once again.
Hey.
For Saturday Morning Ponies, which is in the Hall of the Stars. And the showcase this year is of Hey Arnold and DuckTales. Not sure which episodes they're going to pick, but we'll see.
When life puts you down, wearing a frown, don't look away, look up. Because memories too come out of the blue. You know the way to look up. Come on, Arnold. I'm really not in the mood. Skies are dark gray, things go astray. Look that way, look up. Take it.
I had a bad day. Nothing went right. I hate my dumb life. I'm dead.
When you're feeling under the weather and the dark clouds are getting to you, your troubles like a feather and soon to be seen a bright patch of blue. You gotta look up, you gotta be strong, you gotta keep things as they come. With everything new that happens to you is better when you look up.
I love it, ladies. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me. Hey, where's Donald? There he is.
Try your luck, Mr. Gander.
If I must. How about you give it a go, Donaldo?
Alright, so Saturday Morning Ponies let out not too long ago, and it was actually still a pretty fun experience. I was more familiar with the episodes of Hey Arnold that they did than I was of the episode with DuckTales. I was hoping they were going to do the episode of DuckTales with Tara Strong and Andrea Libman as the Kelpies, but they ended up not doing that one. What can you do? But as of right now, we are at the Hall of the Sun for Lena's trip to Ponyville. Lena Hall is actually our big surprise guest this year, and I'm really excited to see her in person due to her recognizing my videos of the episode she was in. As of right now, the line for her is not quite what I was expecting considering how big of a guest she is in the show. Well, what can you do? So, we'll give some more time for the line to start, and the magic inside will be revealed soon enough.
And I was searching through Netflix, and I was like, what's this? And it's very colorful, poster of, Pony Friendship's Magic. And I was like, what is this? I feel like I want to watch some cartoons because I was feeling really kind of, super down. And I started watching it, season 1, episode 1. And I was like, all right, I'll just watch one episode and see what happens. And literally, yeah.
That's all it takes.
I literally couldn't stop watching. I was like, what is this? This is so cool. I loved the music, first of all. That was the thing that really hooked me into the show, was the music. Daniel Ingram writes really cool music that had a lot of musical theater references that I knew. And I was like, that's like a Sondheim song. That's like an Angela Weber song. All his references were so obvious to me, and I loved it so much. And so I couldn't stop watching it. I was like, oh, I'll do another episode, okay. And then I'll do another episode. Then of course I had to leave for work, and so I went, and then I returned home and continued watching it. So I basically binge watched there were only 3 seasons online on Netflix, and I binge watched all 3 seasons, and I kept going back and watching my favorite ones.
You have on acting for theater as well as voice acting that you can pass on to rookies.
Acting for theater, it's all the same. It needs to come from a place of reality. So when you listen to someone speak, there's a certain tone, there's a certain quality when we speak, the way we pronounce words, the way we say sentences all the way through. I mean, it's so to be a good actor, you need to kind of copy the way people speak naturally, and see something written, and then be like, all right, how would this be spoken naturally and sound real, like I'm saying on the cuff. So a lot of times you have to it has to come from a place of truth. So if I was going to say this sentence, how would I say it myself? So then we change the words and say, all right, well, I'm telling this person, every pony needs to go leave this room, or whatever. Every pony needs to get out now, right? Okay, so I wouldn't say every pony because I'm not an actual pony. In my mind, how would I tell people to evacuate a space really fast? I'd be like, get out, right? That's the way I would say that line, right? So I'd be like, everybody get out! Everybody get so it's just taking something in a reaction of how you would normally do it, and seeing how it's written in that character, and then putting your own emotion to that line reading, because that is what will make it sound real.
Okay, so I guess everything can be applied for voice acting as well?
Everything, yeah. It's all the same. When you're voice acting and when you're acting, voice acting is a much more, it's crazier, it's bigger, because you're trying to, it's a cartoon character, and cartoon characters are just out of this world nuts. If you were to act like Robert De Niro or something in his pony, it would be kind of boring. You need to do something extreme. Yeah,
the hardest thing to do as a voice actor in a booth is to do an emotional scene. Because you don't have anything this to work with, you just have this. So it's not the voice, it's how the lines deliver. But you're also doing this in the booth, trying to be really small or something like that, and it comes out in your performance. And I had to do that in something else. And I actually had to call up and say, "Talk to me."
All right. Well, thank you so much. Movies.
Yes.
All right. So Lena's trip to Ponyville just ended, and Oh my gosh. It was so cool getting to see one of my very first recognitions to my channel up close and personal. And I really did appreciate the tips she gave me about acting for theater and just voice acting and just acting in general. So we got a little bit of time left before Tabitha's sophisticated script reading panel, which unfortunately cannot be recorded by neither the con staff nor the attendees. So I will see you guys when I see you. Catch you later. Yes, as you saw in that very photo, I finally managed to meet up with Mademoiselle and Shieldhorse cosplay as Princess Cadence in Shining Armor, and it was so great getting to see their cosplays up close and personal again. However, from what they told me, I was too late to meet up with Shelbini and Serendipity as Princess Twilight and Princess Luna because of them resting up for the gala. From what they've told me, this year's gala is supposed to be pretty crazy, so I can imagine why they are resting right now, so... Yeah, I'm a little disappointed I couldn't meet up with them, but hey, what can you do? So right now we are currently at the main events hall for Tabitha's script reading panel. Like I said, this is going to be one that cannot be recorded by the staff nor the attendees, so I'll catch you all after the next one. Bye.
I'm a day-old muffin. Are you a half-baked muffin? No, you're too quiet. I bet you're a McGuffin muffin. I hope you're not a stud muffin. Please say no, I'll just blush.
His cloak falls away, revealing a sword that glints evilly. Muffins leans in to see and bonks her head on his chest. Cring!
Oh, ow! You must be a rock-hard muffin. I've heard of your branch of the family. Anyway, gotta fly. There's your parcel.
Alright, so we just got out of Tabitha St. Germain's super sophisticated script reading panel, and honestly, even though that started like a couple minutes late, it was still really fun getting to see Amy King Rogers, the team of Griffin Bloom, Tabitha, Ingrid, AC, Saber, Noacking, and even Shelbini. I was actually surprised to see her out and about, even though from what I heard she was resting up for the galas. But I will say that all of them did a really good job with the characters. For, I guess you would call it a fan-made episode of MLP. I don't know. But we got a little bit of time before the next panel, which is What's My Line? It's something I've never really heard of. I mean, I know it's a show based around the 1950s, 60s, something like that. But I think it'd be pretty interesting to check out. So, until then, report back later. Okay, so changing thoughts. Instead of going to seeing What's My Line, I'm actually meeting up with my sister, Marble Archer, in order to get some dinner before I have to head up to the Hall of the Sun again for Ingrid Nilsson's Stepping Stones panel. I mean, I had wanted to see What's My Line, but the thing is, it's based on a game show that I'd never even heard of or even seen. Maybe if they showed a little bit more of it on Game Show Network, I could have gotten to know it a little bit better, but, what can you do? But I'm currently on my way to meet up with my sister to get some dinner, as I said earlier, so catch you all later. Just want to say it's great to see you again, and it's great to have you back in Baltimore. Alright, so my story about the fandom. When I first heard about My Little Pony, this current generation, and saw the responses it had gotten from my sister, I mean, you may have seen her going around the con as Parabutter back at the Apple a Day panel. At first, when I first heard about the stuff about My Little Pony, I was a little dumbfounded to find that a lot of dudes like something that was intentionally made for little girls. But when I finally sat down to watch the show with that mindset, something about the show just really struck with me, and I think it was because the characters grew as the seasons went on. Whether it was Twilight going from Unicorn to Alicorn Princess, and the CMC getting their cutie marks. So, when I found out that I was going to attend my very first BronyCon back in 2015, I was super excited to be here for the first time, as well as my very first con. But I feel like my excitement may have been my downfall when making first impressions on people. But my sister and I were talking back at our hotel, but after as we were having dinner, about how I feel like I've grown as a person and as a member of this community as I've been in the fandom as well as this con. So I just want to say thanks again for everything. You never failed to make me smile with your performance as Maud, and thanks for everything. Alright, so Stepping Stones with Ingrid Nilsson just ended, and even though it was pretty much just one big pity party for the most part, if you can look at it that way, it was still great getting to see my friend Ingrid again, as well as showing my story of how this community, as well as this convention, has changed my life for the better. So, Ingrid, another rock solid performance by you, and thanks for everything you've done. So, I got a little bit of time left before the Grand Galloping Gala, so let's go and see what there is to see. All right, so I made it inside the Hall of the Sun once again for the Grand Galloping Gala. And you can hear behind me and see behind me, this year's gala is actually looking really, really promising. With this year's theme being a night at the movies, it's looking really great so far with the old movie clips and all the old movie themes. If you know where this is from, major kudos to you. So far it's looking really promising, but only time will tell if this can truly be the best night ever.
The friendship drabble. I knew I should have put you all in the...
Put us all in the what?
Yeah, what are you hiding? Nothing. Nothing at all. Now let's get this here.
Yeah, that is the biggest lie ever. Where is Twilight? Where is
What in equestrian is that thing?
This is a little invention of my own design to help get in the way of those who are getting in the way of me being the star of the show. One press of a button on here will send you and all your own little gala guests into a dimension of my own design. And there's no way out. You should ask your good friend Twilight over there.
Hey, let me out of here! Someone please help Juniper! She did this with some weird gizmo thingy. Everyone, can you hear me? My magic is completely useless. Somebody help me!
I'm Snips S. Preston, Esquire.
And I'm Snails Theodore Logan. And together we're Wild Stallions!
You saw nothing!
so sorry, every pony. I didn't mean for this to happen. But with everybody here, I think I can safely say one thing. Let's go home. Together.
Dragon Rice, Destructive Dolls, Sadira, and Titania's Spade. Hey, everybody! Phew! Alright, so, just got out of the Grand Galloping Gala, and oh my gosh. This is easily the best gala ever. And it completely redeems itself from what happened of last year's gala. Before going into this year's gala, I didn't think that anything was going to top the 2016 gala as my personal favorite. But with a title like A Night at the Movies, I decided, you know what? This actually looks very interesting, and it's right up my alley. And sure enough, they pulled out all the stops. From what I remember hearing, this was Lady Ava's first time directing, and everyone involved, whether directing or acting, did an absolutely amazing job with the different movie spoofs. Whether it was Snips and Snails as Bill and Ted, Princess Cadence in Shining Armor as Love is an Open Door from Frozen, and even throwing a bit of Star Wars and Marvel and everything else in there. So, yeah, it was just easily the best gala they've ever put on. And in unrelated news, right after the gala ended, they had a little after party dance, and my gala goal of getting a dance with Twilight Sparkle officially accomplished. This truly was the best night ever. But for now, I'm going to call it a night, head back to the hotel. So I will see you all tomorrow for day 3, the final day of BronyCon 2018. See you all later, and good night.